Huh? Hello guys, welcome back to the redstone testing world, and today, this is, 18W44A, I believe we're in. Yeah, this one we're in, the 1.14 snapshots, guys. Yeah, there's been a couple of these farms going around. I'm going to show you the course route farm. I got a couple concepts here, and we're going to talk about them. The first one is based off how we used to farm the flowers, and that being that we would build a shape like this and place our thing in the ground, and then we would let it grow, and then when it would grow, it would actually spread more than one flower that we could reach. And so this is what this here was based on. And then once it grew, the observers would see where it grew, and those observers would shoot and break the flowers, and the flowers would end up in here, as well as whatever forest fruit plant was left. Alright, and then all you need to do is step up in here after you heard it harvest, and then pick up your arrows. The only problem is this is going to work automatically, and so you have a 1 minute timer for the arrows. So you're going to lose arrows here. This is going to go through the arrows. I don't know, so maybe you got a skeleton farm, you got 1,000 arrows, that doesn't even matter to you. This is a good farm. We can even go so far as to place a let's see, let me find a rail. Find a rail, go that way, place a couple blocks like this, upper minecart, let it sit there on top of that. Then we can push the block down in it. Yeah, there's some solutions to make this easier to work with. Let's do this and get a. Oh, really? You'd need to place. Yeah, you'd need to place a hopper minecart also under the piston, I guess, or in the piston, I guess, and then you could suck it out the bottom if something fell in there. See how this works. See, anything that fell in here is going to be in that cart, and if we were then to place do the same thing with the piston and have a hopper minecart in that piston sitting on top of a hopper here, you could collect all of them, and then you could plant this, walk away and forget it, and you wouldn't need to worry about anything, provided you had enough arrows, you didn't need to collect them all the time. Some of you guys are going to have that in your world. The second farm that I want to show you, and let me just show you how simple this is to build. We got observers reading it, then observers reading that, and then the dispenser with a. You don't even need redstone dust because it's bud powered. Once that fires, you got two observers coming down into a note block, and then these two read that, and they go straight into that piston, which pushes the block up and retracts it. So it's real simple redstone. Real simple redstone. Just a couple hoppers on top, no big deal. This one is based off a design my good friend Vergavia showed the other day. And I really liked it. I thought it was quite clever, but I wanted to show it myself because some of you guys don't see his channel. You should go check it out. And also, I will link his video in the description. I wanted to add an improvement that I seen, that he was harvesting the stalks with an axe. And I thought, why not make it fully auto and have the floor actually raise up. So now all you got to do is walk in, and as you walk in, and this is what I loved about the design, as you walk in, you picked up the arrows along the wall. So might have to, sway a little to the left or to the right to do it, but plant, harvest, pick up your arrows. See, over here, I'll just as my way back, I'll kind of go to the right a little bit. and then I can plant. Now obviously the tick speed's up on the random tick speed's turned up pretty high so that they grow immediately. And then based off on that design, I wanted to make this one because it will be a little bit more efficient. And for the most part, you're going to get multiple growths on it more often on this one than you would have on the original. So basically, it's the same concept as the other. You step on a button. The only difference is now you got to kind of walk to the sides a little bit to pick your arrows up. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's allowed more space for the chorus plants to expand to more than one side. So you'll end up with more flowers this way, but it does require a little bit more walking. Now let's look at the redstone at these two because they're very similar to one another. Basically, we power from below, and I took the pressure plate from this one and made it a button. Let's see, yeah, I'm taking the power from each side, and it's going into torches, which power the dispensers like that. And then when we get to the end, kind of, you know, made this symmetrical so that it powers that observer from either side. The power runs down through the block, powering this, and then it activates these pistons here. And we made it so we don't need any repeaters, so that it will actually extend and retract the block. Very simple. Same concept here. Redstone torch line going to the top. Went ahead and put those on blocks this time. And then we have our observer on this side, you know, just to make sure we don't need any repeaters, to make sure that the redstone line is short enough so that these pistons can both extend and retract. Not a lot of, nothing hard there. And then finally, we have, this is just basically a mock concept of a self-contained farm, where you're only going to get one fruit each time, but the whole point is to get, only going to get like 3 or 4 chorus plants. So this is just like a micro farm version of that. Takes 2 dispensers because our growth height's either going to be here or one up. And so when it fires into the piston wall, our arrows end up down here, and we can collect those when we replant every time. And it's manually harvest by button. So, and you don't lose any arrows. I really like this concept, but it's going to be slow. So maybe you could set up a bunch of these along the way. But yeah. So basically all that's happening here is we are powering the bottom dispenser with the button, and that's going to also power the top dispenser. And the top dispenser is being read by these 2 observers, which come across here, and thank you, Windows. Come across here and power the top set of pistons, which by quasi-connectivity also power the lower ones. And that way any arrows that end up in this wall actually get dropped down onto the hoppers where you can pick them up. And then we're powering this dropper via also quasi-connectivity. So we're powering below. I don't know if that's not exactly quasi-connectivity. Anyways, we're powering it from above with the button, just like you would with a block here, which is activating this observer, which is activating that dropper, which activates that observer, which double pulses the piston here so that it extends and retracts the block. Pretty nifty. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about these farms. Just concepts here. I'm pretty sure I gave you clear enough instructions to how to build one yourself if you wanted to. But if you have questions, don't forget to let me know. And let me know what you think about each farm. And let me know if you build one. But anyways, this has been Ike here bringing you ideas. And looking at my back there. I'm bringing you ideas and tutorials to help you survive and thrive in Minecraft, guys. And until next time, happy Minecraft, and we will see you later. Bye.